guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today there is going to be another empties video. So basically the last time I filmed an empties, I still had like a lot of things which I had to talk about, and then I added in some more newer empties, and we're going to film another empties video today. So I have this bag right here, which I showed in my last empties video as well. So this is my new like storage for empties. Basically I had like a big like dabba or like a container earlier, which my mom stole from me to like keep other things into use for storage. So now I'm stuck with this paper bag, which I hope does not tear and hopefully would last me a little longer, and I'm able to save my empties. But I feel like this is all insignificant information that I'm giving you. I don't know why, but we're just going to get started. I'm going to show you all of the empties. I do also want to mention that a few of the things that I have talk about are like older empties. Like these are things I used up like a long time back, and I just never got the opportunity to like mention it in an empties video. So that's why I'm going to mention them today. And then some other things are new. I also have two products which I haven't exactly used up, but they're basically things that I've just decided to like toss away and not use anymore. So we're going to talk about those. The first thing is this deodorant. If you have watched my like if you've been a follower, I feel like for anywhere close to like I would say 6 months to a year, you would have definitely seen me mention this in videos. I have tried to use this up. I have tried to get myself to using the product, but it's just very hard for me to, because I don't like the scent of it. I don't like the texture of the product. It's basically the Juicy Chemistry bamboo charcoal hemp and mandarin deodorant. So it's basically one of those like stick deodorants. It looks like this. Even when I just opened this and I sniffed it, I was like, oh my god, I don't like the scent of this. So I have a good amount of product left in this. I've tried to use it up as much as I can, but like I still have a good amount of it. Like you can see, yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it's a little, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like coming off, but yeah, this is dried. It's like very old. I'm pretty sure it's expired a long time back as well. And this is just a product which I decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw you away because I can't get myself to use it up. And Juicy Chemistry is a more organic brand, so their products don't have a very long shelf life. And this thing is old, you guys. This thing is very old. So yeah, that's the reason I'm just going to throw it away. I'm not going to bother with it. Another product which I'm also going to throw away, and it kind of breaks my heart because I do really like the formulation of the product, but I don't actually like it. And this is something which, again, if you watch like my lipstick challenge videos or my lipstick review videos, you would know this product and you would recognize it. It's the Sugar Suede Secret Matte Lip Color in the shade Felt Fawn. So I remember I got this like in a fat bag literally, and I've not been subscribed to the fat bag for a very long time. So it's probably like close to like going bad as well, I feel like. So yeah, this is something that I had to like choose online which color I wanted, and if I would have known what this actually looked like, I would not have picked the shade. It looks like, I mean, I know there are a couple of times I have worn this to work and everything, and people were like, why do your lips look so black, and why do they look so like dark grey as if you like smoke, I don't know, 20 cigarettes a day or something like that. And I do not smoke. In fact, I hate smoking. TMI, I know. It's got nothing related to this video, but yeah, if you have seen, I'm pretty sure I have a lip swatch of this on my Instagram. I've also worn this in a couple of videos, and it's just a color which I feel like I have to put a lot of efforts in to like match my makeup with it, and then I don't like wearing this out a lot of times, because then either it's not like I don't like comments from people. Like if I like a lipstick and people comment about it, I don't really care, I wouldn't bother. But this is a color I feel like I have to put in a lot of effort. There are only specific looks that go with it, specific outfits that go with it, and I don't feel like I mean, I would rather wear a nude rather than wear this, if you know what I mean. This is one of my least favorite like lip colors in my collection, and I feel like if I'm wearing a lipstick, I would rather wear a lipstick that I actually like wearing, and that makes me feel good about myself. And I would rather wear a nude, I would rather wear a red over this. So yeah, that's just how I feel about the particular color. which is why I am going to throw it away. I could declutter it to a friend, but I know my friends are also like me. They either like nudes or they like reds and like bold colors. Nobody would actually wear this. So again, I don't want to just give it away to someone and then even them not wearing it. And also, it's very very old again, like I mentioned. So yeah, I'd rather just throw it away. So yeah, that was that. And then I also have the Avon True Simply Cinnamon. Uh, Simply Cinnamon Pro Plus Nail Enamel. This is the first bottle. So if you watched my recent like nail paint related video, I will leave a link by the way in the description box in case you're interested. But I mentioned in that video that this is a nail color that I really like. But again, this particular thing, like, can you see what it looks like right now? Like, it's got this weird texture and it looks like I've used this up a lot, but I actually haven't. I must have worn this like 4 or 5 times maybe, and now it's got this weird texture and it's like gone bad, and it's not old, it's become like super crusty and everything. I don't know how well you can tell, but yeah, it's just not usable anymore. I showed the same nail paint in that video which I'm talking about, and that is the second bottle that I bought of this. So yeah, because I love the color, I repurchased it, and I'm taking care of that bottle so that it doesn't end up with like a similar fate. But yeah, I love this color. Obviously I have repurchased it because I love it so much, but if this same thing happens with that one as well, then I don't probably think I will continue repurchasing these, because these are like 200 bucks, and if I'm using one bottle just like 4 or 5 times, it's definitely not worth it. So yeah, that's the reason why I have to fix my nose. I'm really sorry. But yeah, anyways, I was saying if this same thing happens with the second bottle as well, then I'm not going to continue repurchasing them. But if I can take good care of that one and that one lasts me, then I will probably continue repurchasing them, because I do really like the shade. So yeah, that was that. Then I have the Toli Moly stick deodorant. This is completely done. I can try to continue scrolling it, but nothing is going to come out. It's basically like similar to this one, but it's got a much better scent. I don't think it's organic or anything, but it's got a really nice scent. You get a very tiny amount of product with it, which I don't like, but I feel like this is what got me back into like stick deodorants and everything, and this is super expensive, so I wouldn't recommend or repurchase it. But I feel like if you can find a more affordable alternative to something like this, like a stick deodorant rather than those liquid deodorants like Nivea, I would consider more as a liquid deodorant, because like the product inside is like a liquid, but then this is like a stick. So I personally, I'm totally like for stick and against liquids. I feel like they work much better for me. The scent lasts much longer. You can also use this as a solid perfume if you want to, but I use this only on my underarms. I don't, apply this on any other pulse points or anything. So yeah, you can use it the way you want to. I feel like this you can also use as a solid perfume. I think it's called a solid perfume. I just use it specifically only on my underarms. But yeah, I wouldn't repurchase or recommend it for how expensive it is. But if you can find a cheaper stick deodorant in like a local beauty supply store or something like that, then definitely try doing that. That is what I have done personally. I found a really good stick deodorant, which I feel like I did mention in my previous monthly favorites. So you should check that out if you haven't already. I'll also leave my previous monthly favorites video down in the description box. So yeah. And I know most of the times I mention these things in videos and then I forget to. But this time I promise I will definitely leave link to my previous monthly favorites and my nail paint related video as well. So yeah, wouldn't repurchase this or recommend it, but I love the concept and the product idea. So yeah, I wish it was not that expensive, because it's a very unique fragrance and I really like the fragrance, but it's very expensive. Moving on next to another okayish product. I lost the cap, by the way. This is the Dr. Shades Basic Brightening Daily Cleanser. So I did like a Dr. Shades dedicated brand review, I feel like last year, or was it like the beginning of this year, I don't remember. But I basically bought this for that video, and I feel like it's an okay product, but it's very expensive for what it is. This one was around 350 or 400 bucks, and you get this 50 ml, and it's a very like okay cleanser. It's not something which I feel like is very different from other cleansers. It's just a routine okay everyday cleanser. So if you're looking for something like that, and you really love the brand, or you really want to buy something that's created by a dermatologist, then it's not a bad product. but it's just very expensive for the amount of product you get, and it's not something unique. So I wouldn't recommend or repurchase this. I mentioned in my review video also already. By the way, I think I will also leave a link for that, because I do feel like I have some more Dr. J's products for this particular empties video. So yeah, I think I will also leave a link for that video in the description box. But yeah, those were my thoughts on this. Then moving on, next we have the mini size of the chia seed no shine hydrating cream. I do have the full size. So I remember when I bought like a lot of products, I think majorly from the chia seed range. I bought it from like a Shopper Stop. Like there was a Shopper Stop. There's this Shopper Stop in our city that has a face shop counter. So I bought the entire range from there, and I bought a couple of like samples and everything because they had like an offer going on. So I got like 2 or 3 like sample kits and stuff. So this was in one of them, and I remember taking this to my trek actually, and it was definitely not a good idea because I feel like yeah, it was a sample. It was good to use on like a trip or something like that. But this is not meant for like cold climates or anything. You can maybe use this when you go to a more, I feel like, hotter place, and if you like gel moisturizers, you will like this. But I mentioned I'm not sure that when this video goes up if that video is going to be live already or not, but there is a video in which I talk about my nighttime skincare routine. I did this video in May, so then I don't know when this empties video is going live, but in that video I spoke about the full size and I shared my review on the chia seed product, the chia seed hydrating cream, and also some other chia seed products, like just comparing and all of that stuff. But yeah, this is not available anymore, so I feel like that is also one of the reasons why I wouldn't repurchase it. And even if it was available, I don't think I would repurchase it. This range is now being reformulated, and they have like a newer packaging. They've also developed the formulation. So yeah, that was about this one. So yeah, again, wouldn't repurchase this or anything, but yeah, just wanted to quickly mention that. Now moving on, next I have this super oily container, and again I've lost the cap of this one. I think it's going to be inside. Yeah, it's in the bag. The container for this one is in the bag. This is the Dot and Key hair serum. So this one personally I might repurchase. I'm kind of like on a you know, like maybe not kind of a situation. I do really like it. I do really like the scent also of this one. But when it comes to hair serums, I am kind of doing a little bit of experimentation right now. I'm actually using hair masks and some really good hair masks, and kind of using them without a hair serum to see if a hair serum actually helps in like hydrating the hair or anything, or it just gives us shine. Personally, I right now feel like hair serums are just for shine and they don't really hydrate the hair or anything. So yeah, if that is the case, I would probably look at some trying out some new hair serums which are really good for shine, majorly because since I have colored my hair, I don't know how well you can tell, but like if I don't style my hair, like this is just air dried and combed hair, and I feel like it looks a little dull, it looks a little dry, even though it doesn't actually feel dry. So I'm kind of looking at products right now which can add a little bit of shine, a little bit of a like glow and kind of a glossy appearance to my hair without me actually styling them. So yeah, I am probably maybe actually looking at products which will add that to my hair rather than nourishment and hydration, because I feel like a hair mask is enough, and the hair masks which I'm using right now are doing a really good job at that. So I don't need a hair serum for any additional hydration or nourishment. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of like maybe not for this particular product, but it is definitely a really good hair serum, I have to say that. And it's also worth the money because I feel like I did use this for a pretty long time. Like I feel like you don't go through hair serums that quickly. So yeah, those were kind of my thoughts on this one. So yeah, would recommend it if you're interested. And I also have a Dot and Key review video as well, where I review that product in more detail along with other Dot and Key products. So I will also link that. I feel like in this empties video you're going to have a lot of like links in the description box and stuff like that. So yeah, do check that out. Another empty which I'm super duper proud of, this is the Garnier Micellar Water. I feel like I've had this one again for such a long time. Like I bought this when this had just recently launched in India, so it is that old, and I never thought that I would actually use up the whole thing, but I actually have. It's got no product left in it. Now I have mentioned this in my previous videos, but again, if you haven't watched those videos, you wouldn't know. But I am going to now be just using up all of the micellar waters that I have in my collection and not go ahead and repurchase any, because I have now become a convert and I've shifted to cleansing creams, cleansing balms, cleansing oils. I actually haven't tried any cleansing oils, but I've shifted to that more, and I'll just pair that with a face wash and just not buy micellar waters. So yeah, that's kind of my my whole thought process right now when it comes to like removing my makeup. So that's the reason why I wouldn't repurchase, or I wouldn't say I won't recommend this, because if you are someone, if you're a micellar water person, then I would recommend this. You get a lot of product and you get it at a very cheap price. And I feel like all micellar waters are the same. I know people say that, you know, Bioderma is a different league of its own, and it's like the, you know, the best micellar water that you can ever find. But I feel like all the micellar waters are pretty much the same. I don't notice a difference between the Maybelline one and the L'Oreal one, or the L'Oreal one and the Garnier one, or the Garnier one and any other brands of micellar waters which are available out there. I just feel like all are the same, so just buy whatever gives you the best value for your money. So yeah, those are my thoughts on micellar waters in general and that product as well. So we have that. Then let me share with you a more recent empty. This is the Toni & Guy Damage Repair Mask for Intense Reconstruction. Now I have heard a lot of good reviews on this product. Actually, some of my friends from Glamorous Journals, I actually saw them and I saw this one of the videos, and that's the reason why I went around and I bought this. But I have to say that again, if you've watched some of my recent videos and some of my hair care videos, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this, but I am going to now buy only hair masks which don't have any sort of silicones or dimethicones in them, because I feel like those like the day when you wash your hair and maybe the next day you feel like your hair is super nice and smooth and shiny and everything, but then like long term I feel like it's not doing anything good for your hair, because silicones and dimethicones just coat the hair and make it look nice and make it feel nice, but they don't actually do anything good for your hair. So that's the reason why I'm not going to buy this, because this does have dimethicone as the third ingredient. So yeah, that's the reason why I wouldn't be buying this. I have another hair mask which I'm using right now, which I feel like is doing really good for my hair. So that is probably going to become a holy grail. And then I also have a couple of other like, you know, hair care products and hair care masks which I'm really interested in trying. There are some which I have tried already, which I do really like as well. So yeah, let me know if you want to do an updated like hair care specific video, like a hair care routine specific video, and like my hair care favorites. I would do that. I know I did a video like a long time back, maybe almost 2 years back, I feel like, at this point, and I think I maybe did an updated version of that. But it's been a long time since I've spoken about hair care in like a dedicated video. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to do one for you guys, because yeah, I feel like I've discovered a lot of like fully grade products in the hair care category. So I feel like I've become staples and products which you constantly see in empties, because I'm just going to keep repurchasing the same stuff that I love. And I don't experiment with hair care as much as I do with skincare, I feel like, and makeup is like somewhere in between. It's like experimentation with skincare, experimentation with makeup, and then experimentation with hair care. So yeah, that's how it is. So wouldn't be repurchasing or recommending this, because I feel like go for options which do not have silicones and dimethicones in them. So yeah, that's how I feel personally. That was that. Then again we have again another micellar water. This is the L'Oreal one. Again, I feel like these two are pretty much the same. Obviously you're gonna get a better value when you buy this rather than you buy this. But yeah, if you're looking at traveling, then maybe you can check out the L'Oreal one. But again, this one also has a smaller bottle. So yeah, they're just the same to me, and everything that I said about this one, I'm going to say the exact same things about this one as well. So I'm not going to bore you guys, because we have a lot of empties to talk about. Let's move on next. I have another bottle of my lens solution. This is the BioTrue by Bausch & Lomb. Again, if you don't know, I wear lenses. I'm wearing them right now as well. So yeah, I go through these bottles. I feel like one bottle every 3 to 4 months, and it's like 500 bucks. So it's very good value. And yeah, it doesn't do anything necessarily like amazing, but then I feel like it's the most easily accessible one, and the one I just go back to constantly. So yeah, obviously I'm going to repurchase it. I have a bottle right now which has enough, and then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to continue repurchasing this probably for the rest of my life. So we have that. Then we have another tube of my favorite cleanser. This is the Avon Naturals Purifying Cleanser Green Tea and Tea Tree Oil. Whenever I break out, this is the face wash that I use. So I go through this, I feel like every once in 3 to 4 months, and that's why you constantly see them in like either every empties or every alternate empties, and you're going to continue seeing them. I have a couple of backups, so I don't need to repurchase right now, but of course once I go through those and once I feel like post the whole lockdown situation and like once things keep getting back to normal, then I will just continue repurchasing that. It's not even a question anymore. I've spoken about this for like over 2 years. I feel like since the beginning of my channel I've been talking about that, and my channel is going to be 3 years old in 4 or 5 months now. How long? We're in May right now. Like when I'm filming this, we're in May. So yeah, 4 months. 4 months for 3 years to be complete. So yeah, I've used that for a very, very, very long time. Moving on next, let's talk about some Dr. Sheth's products. Again, like I mentioned, these are very old. I mean, they're very old, as in what I mean, like it's been in this bag for a very long time, because I'm pretty sure I used these up like a very long time back. Because like the size of the product is not your average 50 grams, it is 30 grams. So we have the clarifying sulfur face mask, which I really, really, really like. I mentioned in my review video as well, and I actually have a backup of this one, and I feel like it's not something I constantly use and constantly repurchase, but it's something which I always like to have on hand. So yeah, I have a backup of this, so I don't need to repurchase right now. But yeah, I think it's going to become something I constantly repurchase maybe like once in a year, and then I use it for like a good enough amount of time, and then maybe yeah, like repurchase every once in a year, I guess. And then we also have the antioxidant repair cream. This one I believe was the lighter consistency one. Like I don't have any product left, so I don't exactly remember, which is why I feel like you should definitely be checking out my review video. So I feel like the multi-masking miracle cream, which I feel like is not in yours, so I think I've mentioned that I'm empty already, but this one is slightly more lighter in consistency, but I wouldn't use it as a daytime moisturizer. It's still going to be like a nighttime moisturizer. If you have dry skin, then you might like this as a daytime moisturizer, but then again I feel like I have products which I get a better value for, and which are just more value for money for me rather than this. So I would just repurchase those instead of repurchasing this one. So I wouldn't repurchase this one, but I would recommend it to you if you really want to try out something from Dr. Sheth's. And if you have dry skin, definitely go for this. If you have more normal to oily skin, consider this as a nighttime moisturizer and not as a daytime moisturizer. You're gonna be an oily, sweaty, freaky mess if you use this in the daytime. So yeah, that was about that. I have a mascara. I feel like this one again, it's one which I don't know if this is dried up completely or not, but when I had this one open, I feel like I was not super duper into mascara, I was more into liner, and then I had this open for way longer than 3 months. So I decided, you know what, it's just time for me to like toss it away. This is the Essence IR Extreme Volume Mascara. Did I like it? Yeah, it kind of like coated my lashes, didn't really give me way too much volume or way too much length. It just made my lashes more prominent and made them blacker. If you want a mascara recommendation from me, Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama and L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I think those are the two mascaras which I see myself repurchasing eventually after I use up the other Essence one that I have right now, which is open. And I also have the Flower Beauty Lash Polish, which I've had for ages, but I've not opened it yet, so I'm not sure about my thoughts on that one, honestly, because I haven't tried it, tested it out. But yeah, the recommendations would be the Maybelline and the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, not this one. So yeah, also if you want an Essence mascara, try the Lash Princess black and green packaging. I haven't tried it out personally, but I feel like every single beauty YouTuber that I follow and I really like, especially the international ones, like the ones from US and everything, everyone rave about that one. but I feel like on Nykaa that one is constantly out of stock. Like, does it ever even come back in stock? I don't know. And if it comes back, I feel like it runs out of stock like within minutes, which is why I never see that one in stock and I never can actually buy it. So yeah, if you really want to try that out and you want an Essence mascara specifically and you ever see it in stock, trust me, grab it and try it out. Even if you don't like it, it's worth it because so many people rave about that one. So yeah, that's how I feel about this. Okay, I didn't realize this when I was talking, but this video was like 25 minutes long, so I'm not going to make the video any further longer, but I have to tell you to definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you are interested. And I really was gravitating to, you know, talking about more of these products. I'll maybe film like another video after this and do like a part 2, and that way get the whole bag like empty. So yeah, I think you're gonna see another video very soon with the exact same makeup, exact same hair, exact same everything, and that's gonna be like a part 2 of this video. I will be talking about the rest of the empties in that video, which again you might hopefully see very soon. But before you leave the video, I have to ask you to subscribe and hit on the bell button, because that way you will get to know every single time I post a new video. And your support by you subscribing and hitting on the bell button means everything to me. So please do so. And yeah, I will also leave my Instagram in the description box, and of course I will link all of the videos that I mentioned that I will link them for sure, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I'll leave that in the description box down below, so you can definitely follow me. And no, wait, I was trying to say that I will leave my Instagram in the description box, so you can follow me there, and I will leave links to all of the videos that I mentioned, so you can go and check them out if you haven't already. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.